um, the handling the handle, right? Handling the handle. So that is an important thing. I will talk to that, talk to you in the next slide. Visualize the tube passing through the cords. So if you can see the ET tube going through the cords, then you are very sure that it is inside, right? Unless after you take the blade out and you move and this thing, the tube comes up. But if you are visualizing it going inside, you are very sure that it is inside. Confirm tube position. Right, okay, so that is when you are taking over, somebody taking over also, you have to confirm the tube position. So 30 seconds rule, right? So there's a 30 seconds rule, and don't allow desaturation. So some people say 30 seconds. So you tell someone to say, when I start the intubation, you start the 30-second stopwatch, and when the 30 seconds is up, you tell 30 seconds is up, and you stop. And if you are unable to intubate, you re-oxygenate the child. Otherwise, some people practice, they take a deep breath and they don't breathe, right? You take a deep breath and you stop breathing, and then you start intubating, and when you want to take a break breathing, you time up, right? So you when you can't breathe, you hold the breath anymore, then you know that time is up, and you stop, and you re-oxygenate the child if you fail intubation. And so secure the tube and take an x-ray, right? Okay, so this is what I was telling, the tongue. So this is the tongue base, this white thing is the epiglottis, right? Epiglottis. So in the curve blade, we are taking putting in the vallicula and lifting. So the picture will be like this, right? In the straight blade, you are going behind the epiglottis and pushing the epiglottis also forward. So then it will be like this, right? Then here, this is the important position and message, the handling the laryngoscope, right? So you stand as straight as possible, and then you put the laryngoscope, and don't rotate the wrist, right? Don't do this movement, right? Once you are in the position, you have to do this movement, okay? Once you are in the vallicula or in below the epiglottis, you do lift up, up and away, right? Lift up, up and away. So this is the direction you have to go. Your handle has to go this direction, not the rotating thing, right? So when you are first time you are putting and positioning, you can do a little bit of rotation. Once you are in the position, you have to do like this, right? So most of the time the failure is due to we are trying to do like this and look like this. That is not the correct thing, right? So if this is a laryngoscope, we have put it initially, we are doing like this and putting it, right? Now we have come to the position now. After this position, you look and you do like this, right? You have to do like this. So if you do like this, you can see the vocal cords. If you go on doing like this, you will fail, right? If you after putting, if you do like this, you will fail. So you have to do like this, right? So that is the difference, right? That is the technique there, right? So again the same thing, right? How one by one you do the tongue, you try to push it towards the left side, right? So most of the blades are made for right-handed people. So those who are intubating with the right hand, so left hand you have to hold the laryngoscope blade and move to this thing. Even if you are a left-hander, you can get used to this thing, right? So the same blade, you can same position, you can get used to it, and you can intubate with your right hand. Put the tube with your right hand. But if I don't know who any left-handers here. How have you tried intubation? Was it difficult? I don't know. Right. So I'm not a left-hander, so I can't comment on that. So the sweep the tongue to left, advance the blade, then you do this movement, right? Right. So so initially you put and then you lift it up, right? So that movement, right? Sorry. Right. Okay. So again the same thing, right? Understood? If there are any questions, you can ask me. Everybody know the anatomy, epiglottis, vocal cords, glottis, esophagus behind. So in the second picture, you can see a NG tube going through the esophagus, and the ET tube is going into the trachea, right? And this is the mark, and this is the laryngeal mask airway I was talking about. This is the eye gel. It's also similar to laryngeal mask airway. So if you want to know how you um, get the correct size, most of the time there is a weight in this laryngeal mask airway, right? The weight mentioned there, and you can put it if there's a what is this called cuff right outside. You deflate it, you put it, and then you will feel a give way, right? So you will feel it fixing on the correct position, and then you can inflate the cuff, and so it will be in the position. So this is an alternative for intubation. So most of the time if the if this we see this when the paramedics bring arrested children in UK, when they don't in the emergency, they put the laryngeal mask away, and they bring the child with ambuing, right? So they with the laryngeal mask away, you can put the ambu back and ambu the child, right? Um, so this is the eye gel. It's again similar to laryngeal mask airway, but you don't have to. This doesn't have a cuff. Okay. So summary. I don't want just summarize a little bit here. So we have seen what last time A B C D E C A B D C D E we have seen, and recognize respiratory failure early, intervene appropriately, and reassess constantly. So monitoring is important. Okay, so shall we stop at that? And I'll go. We'll go through the circulation part now. Airway breathing, securing the airway. We have finished, and we'll go for the circulation next time. Right?